What's up, gang? I cannot stop fucking dissociating. So today we're gonna do a bunch of unpopular opinions because I don't know what else to talk about, and my brain is stuck at like zoning out, and I can't stop zoning out. My first unpopular opinion is everyone should have like a YouTube account or try their hand at social media or something, because it is really fun and really rewarding if you actually like, you know, get big on it, and people are just like curious on other people's lives, and it's just like really interesting. Digital footprints are dead. You know what? Who cares about the digital footprint, okay? As long as you don't do something like seriously bad, then like whatever, dude. Okay, here's a cringy TikTok from like 20 years ago. Doesn't matter. You were like 13. I mean, that's my reaction to the digital footprint anyways. If someone tries to bring that shit and they're like, can you explain this? And it's some cringy like cosplay TikTok of me in 2020, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, man, add hobbies. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm cringe, but I'm free. My second unpopular opinion is also, you're not going to make it on social media unless you have a personality. Which kind of contradicts the other one, because like, I guess not everybody should start a one, but like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, it's about talent. It's about talent. And or get mad at like certain creators because they're not talented. Babes, it was never about talent. YouTube was never about talent. Like maybe certain YouTubers, yeah. Albeit if you're watching it, if you're watching like a gymnast YouTuber or like a makeup YouTuber, but like James Charles is big. And he's not that good at makeup. That's another unpopular opinion. He's not that good at makeup. I don't know if that's unpopular or not, but like, I'm not better. I'm not saying I could do better. I am in no way, shape, or form being like, I could beat James Charles in like makeup, but he's not that good. Not as much as you guys were hyping him up to be. Like, I'm sorry. I don't like mukbangs. I don't. I'll film one. You know, I'd film like an eating and talking video and like a casual one, but like I don't think I'm ever gonna like genuinely enjoy one that isn't with Jake and Johnny, because like they're my favorite creators. So of course, whenever they go for like a little coffee run or like a Dunkin' Donuts, like, you know, whenever they try out foods, I'll watch it. It's not content I enjoy, like, particularly, though. I don't go out of my way to seek it out. Those are honestly the only creators that I watch, and they have to be together, because if not, I can't watch it. It's just gross to me. Like, I don't like watching people eat. If that's what you're into, that's totally cool. It's just not my cup of tea, you know? After I, like, sort of realize that they're like eating and talking, sometimes they talk with their mouth open, and I can't fuck with that. I'm a very particular person when it comes to food, and I do not like hearing chewing noises. Like, it is a pet peeve of mine. I have to have headphones in, usually during dinner or something, because like it will drive me crazy being trapped in a confined space where I have to hear chewing noises. I hate it. I hate chewing ASMR. It's like awful. Dude, I can go on a whole I can make a whole video about this, but like, I hate it. Speaking of Jake and Johnny, I don't like Carrington. I think he throws off the whole dynamic that they have, honestly. Like, he does not match the vibe. He literally, in one of the videos where Johnny has, where he's like, meet my new roommate or whatever, or he's like baking something while he's like hungover or something. I can't really remember. He's like on his phone the entire time. Like, yeah, it's crazy, dude, insane. And like, I get it. You're not used to long form content. It's a big switch. You're the TikTok or an Instagram guy that goes, darling, guess who's back from jail? And like, it's a lot harder to switch from short form content to long form content, but he does not match the vibe. Okay? I'm very particular about my Jake and Johnny vibe. I've been a Johnny fan since day one. Or maybe not day one. But I've been a Johnny fan for a really fucking long time. Longer than most of y'all. I don't like Carrington. I don't fuck with him. I really don't. He's also just not funny, in my opinion. If you love him, that's cool. I just don't think he's funny, and I don't think he adds to the group, personally. You know, like Tara adds to the vibe. Like people like that, they add to the vibe. But like he just has too different of a sense of humor that it just doesn't like mix well. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I personally don't think shoplifting is bad if you're shoplifting like essential items like food, water, medicine. Like, I don't think people should be reprimanded for that stuff, because that's just like necessary stuff to survive. And if you're poor and can't afford it, like, what are you supposed to do? Starve? I don't personally, if I see someone or if they steal like baby formula or diapers or tampons or any of that stuff, I'm looking the other way. I'm not snitching, because dude, that shit's expensive. However, on the other hand, if you can afford to pay for something and you're just stealing it just for fun, you're a fucking asshole. Like, I don't like you. I really don't. You why are you doing that? Like, there's no reason for you to be doing that, and you're doing that. Like, you can afford that. Mental health, at least in America, is a joke. I've been through the mental health system for like, let's see, since I was 12, I've been seeing a psychologist or therapist. And it took me like 4 years to find a decent fucking therapist. Holy shit, dude. Like, it shouldn't be that hard, but it is. You have to find one that matches your insurance, that you actually vibe with, that doesn't sit there and go, no, you're not actually depressed. Yeah, I know you're diagnosed with it and you tried to kill yourself, but you're not depressed. No. Yeah, no, I understand that you're diagnosed with it, but I'm just telling you that your diagnosis is not true. Like, what do you mean my diagnosis isn't true? You fucking gave it to me. Hello? Anyways, I just had like a psychologist that I really didn't like. I've also been in a mental hospital before. I don't really talk about that. Maybe I should make a video on that, being like, my time at the mental hospital. My experience there, I guess it wasn't as bad as like other people's experiences, but it definitely wasn't great, you know? I wouldn't sit there, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I had a fun time there, because I didn't. Like, excuse me, it's not a fun place, and it's not supposed to be a fun place. But holy shit, dude, your entire life is just dictated on whether or not the nurse you get is a prick or not. Like, dude, if they have a power complex, you're done. You're having a shitty day. Like, it does not matter what you do or what you say. Like, you are gonna have a bad day, because there's gonna be a nurse up your ass being like, actually, you need to get off the phone because you only have 5 minutes phone time. Let me talk to my damn parents. Jesus Christ. And also, that's another thing. I feel like all mental hospitals or like psych wards should let you, especially if you're a minor, should let you be able to talk to your parents. Because that's just like, hello? Like, you should be able to talk to them. That should be a thing. Like, oh my god. Okay, sorry. Unpopular opinion that goes along with that is that Medication, although it can help with mental illnesses and stuff, and it does help a lot of people, it also hurts a lot of people because a lot of the time they just put you on Lexapro or Prozac and you have, like, some people have worser problems. Or I don't want to say worser problems, but like underlying problem, like mental illnesses that cause those mental illnesses, and it's not just depression, and so it doesn't treat that, so it just gets worse and it festers, you know? So yeah, like, it's like, it doesn't help sometimes, and it really is just putting you on more and more medication. Although, like, I can't really, I don't know, I think the whole thing's a joke. And maybe this is just coming from the perspective of someone who has, like, family in medical fields. Both my grandfathers were doctors. My one grandfather was a pharmacist, and the other was just like a general doctor. Unfortunately, they both passed away before I, like, really started medicine. Well, the general doctor was, like, passing away, so, you know, not great, but next opinion. I think most film bro movies are overrated. I mean, yeah, they're good, they're thought-provoking. Fight Club's really good, but do we really need to have the same analysis? Oh, Jesus. Do we really need to have the same analysis of it repeated over and over and over and over and over again? Like, the movie has been dissected. There's nothing more to dissect. It's not as revolutionary as you guys think it is. Also, along with that, American Psycho is not that good. It's just not. I don't think it's that good. I feel like it's overhyped. I really, at least, like, the movie, like, come on, man. Love Christian Bale. Great actor. But, like, also, I feel like we should give Puss in Boots, the animated movie, the first one, the same amount of attention that these movies get, because it is such a good movie, and it's so underrated, and it always gets overshadowed because it's like, oh, it's a Shrek, what is it called? Spinoff. It's a Shrek spinoff. Yes, it is. But that doesn't mean it's not good. Like, it's amazing. It has romance, it has betrayal, it has action, it has fighting, it has cats, it has an egg. It's great. I love it. I love it so much. I feel like it's the peak of cinema. Honestly, I can go on a whole rant on this, and I will. One of these days, I'm gonna make a video about how Puss in Boots is the peak of cinema, and we're never gonna reach that height ever again. I've never seen a movie as good as Puss in Boots, the first one. And I don't have a problem with the second one. It just isn't, like, it doesn't hit all the same points, you know? As much as people talk about, like, industry plants and how bad they are, nobody talks about how some industry plants are, like, actually really good at the music that they make. Like, Avril Lavigne, amazing. Amazing. My favorite industry plant, not of this generation. My favorite one out this generation is probably, like, Sophie Powers or something, but, like, she's iconic. You're not gonna sit there and tell me that she was not iconic. Because there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. You're lying to yourself. She had such a grasp on the early 2000s. Like, you can't tell me. You can't tell me she wasn't iconic. You're wrong. Even if you hate her, you're wrong. She was iconic. She inspired a lot of stuff, and she still continues to inspire a lot of stuff. Like, I look at her outfits and I'm like, I want to dress like that. And I feel like that's another thing. Early 2000s pop was peak. Like 90s, late 90s, early 2000s pop, peak. Like it was so good. It was so good. There was something about it that was just like so amazing. And also a lot of the singers had like really weird like queer moments where they'd be like, maybe I like girls. Okay. I know it was fake. Or is it fake? I guess not, because like Lady Gaga is bi and Katy Perry's bi. And Britney Spears is an iconic, and I guess there's nothing like leading towards you to think that like she's queer, but like I don't know, some of the lyrics are a little fruity. Maybe that's just my interpretation on them though. I feel like that's just my interpretation of them as like a queer person. That's another thing. Queer should be like, you should be able to say like, oh yeah, I'm queer, and not get more questions asked. Like, dude, I'm not labeling it for a reason. I'm just queer. Like, I can go in depth, but I don't really feel like I have to, unless you're like really close with me. I'm just queer, you know? Like, I like women. Do I like men? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'll get back to you on that one. But that's why I say I'm queer, because I can't tell if I'm attracted to men or if I'm not. And I don't want to say I'm a lesbian and then end up being attracted to men. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm something. I'm some brand of fruity. I just don't know what it is. I kind of like room temperature drinks sometimes. Like I gotta be in a specific mood, but like they're not that bad. Like I feel like a lot of people like upplay it, like they're like, oh, I can't have this drink, this soda unless it's cold, and like, dude, just drink it. Like it's still good. Like it's not that serious. It really isn't. Like with Dr. Pepper, for example, I'll drink that like room temperature. It doesn't have to be cold for me. However, with like teas and stuff, like iced tea, sweet tea has to be ice cold. And like water usually has to be like colder than room temperature, but like, you know. Book talk is actually awful. Like I've read one good book from book talk. I've read one. Not saying that there aren't others, but book talk promotes Colleen Hoover. So, or at least did for a really long time. I don't know if they still do. I'm not like keeping in with the book talk girlies, but the only like good book talk book that I've read is The Song of Achilles, and that was like amazing. To be fair though, I love Greek mythology, so of course I was gonna find it amazing. And I gotta buy her book Circe, because that is also gonna be like such a good read, and I can't wait. I'm like on the verge of buying it. I'm so excited. I think that's also a book talk book, and I really can't wait, because I love the writing of The Song of Achilles, and it was so good. It's one of my favorite books actually. But yeah, I'm gonna read Circe soon. That's actually on my wish list for my birthday, or it's going to be. I'm gonna annotate it, but I still gotta annotate like a few. I have a bookshelf back there. I gotta annotate Dracula. Although a lot of people have been telling me that I shouldn't annotate hardcover books, and that's another unpopular opinion I have. I say annotations add to the book, right? I feel like it just adds to the reader's perspective, and it gives character to the book. And like, yeah, it's hardcover, and yeah, oh, I don't want to, like, ruin it, but, like, it's a book. You're not ruining it. You're enjoying it more by annotating it and loving it, like, a lot more. It helps me truly enjoy a book. And also, I'm dyslexic, so it helps me, like, understand the book. It helps me understand what I'm reading. So let me annotate my books, please. I've been annotating Frankenstein. I don't know where Frankenstein is on this tree though. But yeah. I don't like peanut butter. I don't know if that's like a thing I should say in here, but I really dislike peanut butter. Like okay, so I was a huge peanut butter fan, right? I'm not allergic to it or anything. I was a huge peanut butter fan. I had peanut butter on Eggo waffles every single day for like 3 years straight. That's all I would eat for breakfast, right? I can't eat it anymore. I ate too much of it. It just like the taste of it, I just go, ugh. Like I can't. It's the same thing with waffles. Like waffles are a little bit different. Like if I have anything other than like frozen Eggos, or even if I have frozen Eggos, if I have like toppings on it that aren't like peanut butter and other than just like a plain Eggo waffle, that's fine. But if it's just like plain, I can't have it after that. Like I don't know what happened in my brain where it like psychologically turned, but I just don't like them. Yeah. I don't like peanut butter. I really don't like peanut butter. Peanut butter is good with chocolate, but that's the only thing it's good with. Like I can't stand it in other things. Like I'll have like a protein bar, and I have to have like a specific like type of the protein bar because the other type has peanut butter in it, and I don't fuck with it. Harry Styles is not that cool. Like he's an alright singer, but there's no reason to like freak out over him wearing a dress when it's the ugliest fucking dress in existence. Like there's so many times where his stylist just fails him. I don't know if it's him, I don't know if it's his stylist, but he needs to fire whoever the fuck is styling his clothes, because this, look at this shit. Are you gonna say it looks good? No. Don't come after me and tell me that this looks good. It does not. I can't. He's, you know what? You can like him as a singer. That's fine. I don't care. But he should not be getting so much praise for wearing a dress when the dress is ugly as shit. Aisha Erotica should not be coming back. She had her era, and, you know, like, she left. She should, like, it's nice that she's making a comeback. Glad to see that she's doing okay, but, like, I just feel like it's not her time anymore, you know? Like, that time of music was iconic, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the new music she's putting out isn't, like, that good. No offense. Or maybe offense. I don't know where I stand on her. Yeah. Not trying to start fights or anything. Just, like, I think her old music had a time and place, and I feel like that was the perfect time for that, and now's not really the time for her to get into hyperpop and stuff, because it's just kind of like, you know? Sour cream belongs in soup. It just makes soup better. It does. It makes soup better. Cosplay is not as cringe as everybody makes it out to be. I think Junko posing is cool as hell. To be fair, I was one of the cosplayers Junko posing, but like, I feel like it's a skill, okay? To be able to do this that fast, it's a fucking skill, okay? I don't know where you're gonna put that on a job resume, but like, I feel like it was cool. It was cool. It was a cool form of art for its time. I liked it. I don't think they're cringe. I think some of them are cringe, but I feel like we shouldn't give them as much hate as we do. And I don't know why I'm saying we, because I don't make fun of them, because I was one of them. I make fun of myself, But and my last unpopular opinion is Spider-Man 3 is not that bad. The Raimiverse one, it's not that bad. And everybody like plays it up and it's like, oh, it's so bad. It's really not. It's like, it's okay. I don't hate it. It's decent, you know? Anyways, this is your friendly neighborhood Rox signing off. If you watched till the end of the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video on probably Wednesday, but I've been spam posting, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Mwah.